yellow cake. Next slide, please. I'm going to give you more context on what yellow cake is in a few seconds. Okay, yellow cake is a form of uranium concentrate. It's pretty much just powdered yellow uranium. It's a key ingredient in nuclear weapons, and there have been constant diplomatic disputes over this resource because of how damaging it could be to nations' national security. Here's an example. France wants to secure its yellow cake from the European Union. We want to take it from them. Next slide, please. Our company is called the Four-Man Posse because there's four of us in this group, this posse, and we only have one thing in mind. This is our key goal: distribution of yellow cake. Please go to the next slide. Okay, what does distribution mean? Distribution of yellow cake is this company's one and only goal. We don't care that much for profits, but the reason why it's extremely important to us is that we distribute this yellow cake as far and as wide across the earth to everyone, even you here, you civilians in the United States, at your local Walmart. That's what we're going to be planning to expand it to. So, next slide, please. Okay, why is distribution so important? The sole reason why distribution is so important to us is because we need to distribute this to the governments of countries which are currently at war with other countries. Once we get distribution, we will sell the yellow cake to Pakistan. Next slide, please. Why Pakistan? We chose Pakistan because they're currently at war with India, and it has been a war that's been lasting ever since the 1970s. So far, no country has lended their hands to help because India has nukes and they're not using them against Pakistan. But Pakistan doesn't, and they're using valuable soldiers and civilians which reside in the Kashmir region. In short, our plan is to sell the yellow cake to Pakistan so that they will then develop their own nukes and bomb India with them. Next slide, please. Is that it? No. Once we're done with Pakistan and India, we will sell the yellow cake to most countries in the Middle East. After Pakistan comes Syria, and the reason why we chose Syria second is because that once they get their hands on nuclear material, then everyone will become concerned, especially Turkey. Next slide. After we're done conquering the Middle East, after the entire Middle East bombs itself, along with India and Pakistan, we go global. We then begin to sell them to Cuba, causing another Cuban Missile Crisis. But that's not all, as this is where civilian level marketing begins. Next slide. Civilian level marketing, essentially that just means that we're going to expand our market to be open to civilians, not only governments. Once people begin to buy our yellow cake from our website, https://www.cheapyellowcake.com, the country will be destroyed from the inside by their own civilian insurgencies, causing martial law in not just the United States, but everywhere else too. Countries will be forced to start martial law only to eventually collapse under the large amounts of nuclear detonators that they receive daily. Next slide, please. Eventually, humanity succumbs to their own stupidity, and the world heals from the effects of man-made climate change. We are an eco company, in short, and we care about the environment. And this is one surefire way to help the environment heal from our actions. Next slide, please. And we have something here with us today. We have a sample of yellow cake, which we're going to see. I'm not going to see
Hold on, let me get closer.
Yellow cake.
Yeah. Wait, Aiden, come here.
We've data from the Angry Dam in Georgia. Not the state, but the country. And this is very hazardous material, ladies and gentlemen. And it's very important that I address this gas mask sterilization. So, next slide, please. Last night we raided the dam, and the yellow marks there are where yellow cake is stored. Now, Georgia doesn't want Russia to know they have yellow cake, which of course that'd be a work run. And Russia doesn't really like it when Georgia has nuclear material. And that's about it. So, next slide, please.
Okay, now what makes it unique? Red phosphorus will be mixed in with the yellow cake, prompting an extremely flammable and volatile radioactive substance. Red phosphorus is used in matches, and it's extremely flammable. It's red, it's powdery, much like yellow cake, and it'd be a cool combination of colors too. So you have red and yellow. Who doesn't like red and yellow? Next slide, please. Here are the company roles. Aiden Guest is the manager of operations. Jeffrey Blue is the ground soldier, and he obtained the yellow cake from Georgia last night. I had to pay for the air trip for him, and it was costly. It was very expensive. And Harley Glover, he's for chemical management. Shaquille, I don't know your last name, but distribution. Next slide, please. And that's it. We're done.